thank you, Connor, for that absolutely fantastic intro, by the way. Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is Soul Work, and I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and we are coming to you live on set at Shaw TV, everybody. And, of course, after the commercial break, we are going to be taking calls, and that number is 403-539-6710. So mark that number down, Calgary, because we are going to be taking calls indeedy tonight. And on tonight's show, I have a dear friend of mine on, and we've been laughing. We probably will crack up during the show. And this is the beautiful Morag Northey.
Right on. Thanks, Jeni.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, what a treat. I can't wait to get into more shenanigans.
Oh,
it has. We've been giggling a lot.
Yes, more shenanigans coming up as usual. And I wanted Morag to just relax tonight because I know everybody knows her for her music, of course. So she'll just relax tonight and just...
What a treat, actually.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit light coming in here because I wasn't carrying my cello.
Yes.
You know, I thought, oh, that's a little bit strange. But I showed up recently at a photo shoot, too, and I at the door, I said, I'm really sorry, I forgot something. I forgot my cello. And I thought, wow, that's bizarre. So it looks like 2016, I occasionally don't have it on my back.
Yes. Yes, and unless it's your wine rack.
That's right.
We have the same wine rack.
We found out we have the same cello wine rack. My students got me that. They said at the end of a year, they said, we observed that you really like wine. And so they got me a cello wine rack. How perfect is that?
It is. I get people coming over and my wine rack absolutely filled. Everybody comes over, they bring me wine. I'm like, more wine?
This is perfect.
Oh, no.
It's a good thing for people to know.
It is, yeah. Yeah, the importance of the show, of course.
That's right.
The cello of the wine.
Yeah. And maybe the next time I'm on here, it's like we'll be sipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the medieval goblets.
Absolutely.
There
medieval.
we are.
I have some.
Oh, so do I.
Okay.
Of course we do.
There we go.
Of course we do. So anyways, on to the show, everybody. Now, of course, Morag is a cello player.
Yes. I'm a cellist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. I've heard your music, and it's just like, wow, you touch many people. So can you share with our viewers what drew you into your music?
My mother, both my father and my mother are musicians. So my dad was a Welsh tenor, and they met with him on the stage. He was singing the lead male part, very handsome dude. And my mom was in the pit. She's a violinist, so she was playing violin. And he looked down and noticed my mother, very beautiful woman, and thought, So there, they got married, of course, and here we are, little children. And I went to the orchestra rehearsals with her. I went to her concerts, and I always stared at the cellos, the beautiful, romantic, delicious sound of cello and how they moved back and forth. I was just completely taken in by them, and so I thought, okay, well, that's my instrument. I had to beg and beg for it. My parents did not let me play the cello until 12.
Wow.
Wow. Which is not usual today, because I start people at age 3.
Oh, really?
I do.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, they're so cute. Yeah,
that's because you're teaching.
I'm
now.
a teacher. I'm a teacher.
Yes.
I have a large studio.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been teaching since I was 17.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, for the past 3 years, you have a series of free lunchtime concerts or lunchtime concerts called the Together Calgary.
Yeah.
Can you share with us that?
Absolutely. This was the first year in a little while that I haven't done that. I had a death in my life, which was very devastating, and I needed to take a little healing time. However, the 3 years before that, I absolutely decided to one day, I guess it started, I'll just give a little bit of background to that. I had done some healing work with sound therapy for cancer survivors. I was really fortunate because the people who I worked with really flourished, so that was lovely. And with that healing work that I did through sound therapy, just with long tones, I worked with a yogi of a dear friend of mine, and she would do meditations, we would do this work. It was so effective that I thought, okay, this is very important. There's something here. And then research definitely corroborated with that. And so then during the Olympics, I decided to just jump up with my cello. Yes. I had a carbon fiber cello, and I ran outside and played all the athletes off to the Olympic ceremonies. And I thought, wow, this is great. They really responded to that. And then I played for the volunteers. And during that, I just found melodies coming to me. As I looked at a person, a melody would come to me, and I noticed that it would be affecting them in a positive way. Right. And so I thought, okay, this is something that people like. And I was surprised because it was just improv. And of course I had no improvisatory background, and I thought it was strange and courageous at the same time for me as a classically trained cellist to be doing this. And then I went home from the Olympics, and I was practicing and trying this out in my basement. And I thought, well, why am I practicing and trying this out in my basement when I could be doing it in a big church, a cathedral, and actually give this as a gift of music and sound vibration to people who could use a moment and some love and some healing and some time, and take a bit of time and get a positive message. And so that's how the Together Calgarys began. I thought, okay, I phoned up St. Mary's Cathedral, I phoned up the Bishop Henry, and I said, I have this idea, would you let me use your beautiful sacred home? And they said yes, absolutely. So 3 years later, each year I had a theme that I worked with. I would put on a series, 4 to 8 concert series of 1 hour streaming improvisation, and basically go on a journey with whoever showed up.
It was amazing because I was there.
You came.
And it was absolutely amazing because you've really moved a lot of people.
Yes, it's really, really moving. It's profoundly moving.
It is actually. It's incredible. I've just, because I'll look around and I'll just see the people, because I'll read their energy and their vibration just from your music, and I can literally see it go right through them. I really can, because it's very moving. Now, your gift of music seems to have a higher purpose. It really does. Do you have any guides helping you, or where do you get your inspiration from for all of this?
I do. I have what I call the higher council, and I make a pact, because when you're a classically trained musician, there is a absolute training in perfection. You want to be perfect on stage, and I find that taking on this improvisatory process, this giving, means that I have no idea what I'm going to play before I sit down. So it shakes me at my trained core, because I'm thinking, how will I ever be perfect? And I'm singing and playing cello. I don't just play the cello. I play cello and sing and go on these journeys, and I loop with a loop machine and layer. And I don't use words. I use syllables, because I don't want to interfere with other people's journeys. And I use just interesting language. So I make a promise that I will meditate and remove the ego from the experience as best as I can, prior to going in there. And I even the night before I start to go into a new state, and the state is openness. And at that point, because I know that I'm heading into the Together Calgary the next morning or the next afternoon, I start to open to any kind of influences or any messages that come from what I call my higher council at that time. And I just I make a promise that I will do what they say. Yes. So then I go in and I meditate for an hour to minimum minimum is 30 minutes prior to playing. The church bells ring, and then I usually feel the presence of spirit very strongly. Right when those bells are ringing. It's a huge opening. And at that point, I begin to play, and my goal is to do what I'm told, which can sometimes be
just do it.
It's quite unconcerning at times.
It is. So let's say now, if people wanted to find out where you're playing, what's coming up for your events, what is the best way?
Well, at this
for them
time,
to do
the
it?
best way is on Facebook. That's
Yes.
my primary modus operandi is Facebook. I have a I have a website, and the website is there to function that way.
Yes.
And I will get better at that. I promise. I'll get better at that.
That takes time.
So please, I know. Come to the website.
Believe me, I know about websites, and I tell you, it takes time. I've had 3 websites, and my website right now, it's really big, and that is a very time-consuming to
really
put together.
is, isn't
it really is.
So mine's a little out of date, but I promise.
Don't worry.
I'll get back there.
It's the energy of it. It's not about wow.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's not. So just to let our viewers know, of course, we are going to be taking calls right after our short commercial break, and that number is 403-539-6710. So if you have questions for myself or Morag, give us a call, Calgary. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Jenny.
You fill up my senses, come fill me again.
Fruits and veggies. They come in all shapes and sizes and add color and goodness to every meal and snack. So whenever you eat, include fruits and veggies and mix it up. For information and recipe ideas, visit fruitsandveggies.ca.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soul Work. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. For those of you who are just tuning in, I have a very special guest on tonight's show. This is Morag Northey, everybody.
Hello.
And before I forget, we are now taking calls, by the way, and our number is 403-539-6710. And I just wanted to bring up that Morag is giving away CDs to every single caller tonight that is phoning as a gift from her heart to your heart. So whenever you call in, make sure that you give the girl that's answering the phone this evening your name and phone number, and Morag will get back to you sometime this week. And she will send you her CD, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So just before we take a quick call, I just wanted to ask you something here. Now, you were on the Camino Trail in Santiago.
Yes.
What was the main purpose for that for you?
I walked on the Camino de Santiago Trail with a partner, Jeff Fafford actually came along with me. I walked on that trail with the cello on my back, and I wanted to start to implement a thought to walk on. So if you're having difficulties, if you're having struggles in your life, just, walk on, continue on. And so I had that on the back of my cello. And the funny part was when I went on to the Camino Trail, I realized everybody's walking. They're all walking on. So it was a bit silly. But at the same time, the message that was just, it was absolutely pervasive on the trail was a message to me that I was to share and to live a life that's dedicated to putting love only on the pillar.
Yes.
Love first. It's all about love.
It is.
And that started at the beginning, the center, and the end of this trail. It was an extraordinary message, very strong.
Just saw a video for that.
Did you?
Yes, I did, actually.
I want to hear all about it.
I will. We will.
We all want to hear about it.
After wine, of course.
That's right. Okay.
But we do have a caller.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
And our first caller tonight is Linda. Hello, Linda.
Hi there.
How are you?
Oh, I have a migraine today, and that's why I'm calling.
Okay. Before I forget, Linda, you are getting a copy of Morag's CD.
Thank you.
And her CD, by the way, will also help you with your headaches. But the reason why you have your headaches right now is you're not drinking enough water. And the reason being is right now, with it being, we're in Mercury retrograde.
Right.
So Mercury retrograde, we have to drink more water because our energy gets depleted because the energy is so close to Earth. So when you start drinking a lot more water, you're going to start to feel a lot better with your headaches. So
Right.
I would actually recommend that for you. And your sleeping could be off a little bit too.
Okay.
And just kind of shake off any of your worries right now. It's almost like you got a little concerns here on your shoulder. So just kind of drink water and then shake off the energy. Like just kind of shake it on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can do that.
yes.
How about moving out of Calgary?
I'm actually kind of seeing you more on a smaller community basis, not like a big city. When are you looking at moving?
Well, I've been tossing it around for many years, just getting right out of Canada, but especially Calgary.
Yeah,
Every time the Chinooks roll in.
Yeah, I don't see you here in Calgary, actually. I don't feel it. You very well, if you do want to make a move, I highly would recommend it's this year. 2016, the energy represents completion, by the way.
Oh,
So
neat.
a lot of things are completing and coming to an end. But
Right.
I really feel that this is what, January? Within the next 4 months, April I hear is being circled. You very well could have an idea. And I'm hearing you going more west, actually. More west coming in.
Well, maybe it'll be closer to sea level and maybe
Yes.
not so many Chinooks and...
Yeah, there'll be water. There'll be water around you. So even in the
Nice.
meantime, go for walks around the water.
Go
Like
for
Bow
walks
River
around the
or-
water.
Yeah.
Well, they'll all be frozen now, but...
It doesn't matter. It's the energy from it.
Oh, cool.
Yes. And you'll be all right. And thank you for
you.
calling, Linda.
Thank you so much. Have
Thank
a good
you.
night.
You too.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
And we do have another caller, and our next caller is Carol. Carol. Hi, Carol. And just to let you know also that you have one Morag CD.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Yes, it's wonderful. And you have a question for us?
I do. I've been out of work for over a year. I've got a couple of jobs kind of pending right now. Just wondering if either one of those will come through for me.
They will. They are going to come through for you. You know, I keep on hearing 2 months for some reason. Right from now into the next 2 months, you're going to absolutely solidify into one of them. Right. The first one that you're looking at right now feels better than the next one. It feels like you're going to be more grounded in that one position.
Okay.
Yeah, but between now and within 2 months here, things are going to be so much different in your life, and it's almost like new doors are going to really start to open for you. So just kind of keep your eyes open for different opportunities in this one place that you're going to. It's going to expand. So it's like the position that you're going to take, it's going to expand more for you. So that's why I'm saying new doors are going to open for you, so you'll be all right.
So can I ask if that's the more technical company?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit more technical with it, but it's the first one. Like you've said, 2 jobs, but I'm feeling the first one.
Yeah, the other one's with the university, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. That one's okay. You know, you could flow with that one. I mean, either one is okay, but I'm just really feeling the first one getting pulled for you for some reason.
All right, and it won't be this month, you don't think?
I'm hearing within 2 months. That's why I said from now into 2 months, things are really going to expand for you. So things are going to flow. So you're very well within the next 2 weeks. Even see 2 for you right now is a very karmic number. It's all good. Don't worry. Right?
Yeah, no, just money is an issue right now. So I'm just wondering if I should be selling my car or putting my
No, don't.
home on the market.
No, don't, because things are really going to open up for you. They really are. The last thing we want to do is hold any fear. because fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and we can create things to come to us, and you don't want that in a fearful way.
It's not that I'm in fear. It's just the mortgage company will want a payment, and I have one more payment, and after that,
you're going to be
there's
okay.
no more money, right? So
you're going to be fine.
Where I'm standing right now.
Yeah, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Money's going to really start to come in more solid within 6 weeks, but everything's going to be fine. So hang in there. And thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. We've already got other people on hold already. So our next caller is Bev. Bev, you have a question for Morag and myself.
Yes, my husband recently passed, and I'm having, some difficulty moving forward. And I've been desperately trying to communicate him either through my dreams, meditations, that type of thing, and I just need some advice on that.
Yeah, like the one thing you don't want to do is force anything, right? It's like, come to me, come to me, come to me, right? Like for me, for instance, I always had candles on every night for many, 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 many years. They attract all kinds of energy coming to you and spirit coming to you. But if you try to force him to come, he's with you anyways, right? So what I would do is before you go to sleep at night, just say, can you please come to me and give me some type of a message? What's his first name?
Jack.
Okay, I heard John for some reason coming through, right?
That's his formal name.
Yeah.
That's his formal name.
Okay, there he is. Yeah. No, he's very, very, very much with you, and I keep on seeing him touching his heart. Right. And as soon as he was touching his heart, I saw like actually I have a pink quartz heart. Pink quartz is the pink and the white crystal, right? Mm-hmm. But he's pointing to a heart. Did he give you something heart shaped? Because it's the heart he's pointing to. So,
no, he hasn't given me. I mean, he's given me many gifts over the time, but nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing heart shaped.
Yeah, but don't worry about that, because if you have it Valentine's Day, there we go. That's the heart. So look out for anything unusual, as I call it, or coincidental, which it's not. But he keeps on pointing to the heart. So just keep your eyes open for it. Like it could be heart-shaped clouds he could send you. It could be like, here's mashed potatoes, and then they turn into a heart. Like any little things like that. But he's going to make his presence known to you. So just hang in there. He's very, very, very much at peace. When somebody passes, I can feel it when they go. I can feel if somebody's struggling and how well they go. And I just really felt with him it was very peaceful. I really do.
Stay with me forever.
Always. It's just hard because we physically can't see them in front of us, right?
I feel I'm very, very spiritual and try to be, I guess, somewhat psychic myself. Not, but I just try so hard.
Yeah, don't try so hard. Don't try so hard. I surrender it. Like, I mean, what I'll do is what messages are coming through is meant for this person or this person or that person, and I surrender it and I release it and I let it go. Right? So you don't ever want to try to force anything, especially, I mean, I'm a little different. I'll say, I want to sign right now. Just do it. Spirit knows me a little bit now, right? It's like, oh, I'm not kidding around here. But don't try to force it. Just seriously, don't try to force it. He's very, very, very much around you. So just say, John, just please come to me, and just kind of release it and let it go. And thank you for calling us tonight. Yes, but no, he's with you.
For saying that, for when I told you his name was Jack and you actually said John.
Yeah. Yes.
Not many people associate that.
Yeah. I just heard it kept on coming through.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
So much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Bye.
And you'll get a copy of Morag CD too, by the way, and this will help you. This is a very healing, therapeutic CD. It's very good. And our next caller here is Laura Lee?
Yeah, Laura Lee,
sorry.
That's okay.
And you have a question for us.
Yeah, I just, on the same vein as the other caller there, I know there's a lot of people not working, and so I'm just starting to have opportunities come to me, but I think I'm
you're
struggling
gonna,
a little bit of far as right decisions to make and what is the right thing, and just taking the first job that comes along, given the market, or
actually,
to just wait?
It is actually, because the reason being is that I feel this year for you, you're going to find out a lot more about who you are. You actually, I heard the number 3, so you could go through actually 3 jobs this year. Don't worry. Okay. And the reason I'm saying that, like, don't worry, don't panic, right?
Yeah.
You know, is because the reason why this for you actually is because these jobs are all going to be very different. Okay. And out of each one of these jobs, you're going to discover a lot more about who you truly are and what you truly want and what you don't want. And out of these 3 jobs, in the very end, you're going to be like, I don't want those at all. You're going to see a whole different side of yourself, and you're going to move into something completely different. So
the one thing I had today, which was kind of presented as sort of like I could probably have it, and it seems easy because it's something I've done before.
Exactly.
Do I go with the easy, or do I wait?
I, you know what, for now, I would take that, because this is exactly what I mean. Remember when I saw the 3 jobs and stuff? You're going to discover more about who you are. You're going to be really surprised. Really surprised. So go with that.
Like a bit of a spiritual journey.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the year for a lot of things, for a lot of people.
Okay.
So
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. And we have time for another caller here, but kind of more of a quicker question. And our next caller is Heather. Heather, you have a question for us.
Hi, Jenny and Morag. The same vein, I'm looking for a job, and I was wondering about that and anything else you have to say.
You know, if you kind of keep your eyes open realistically for more health, I kind of see you getting more involved with kind of the health sector for some reason.
You're kidding.
Yeah. It very well, because I see you at a desk, so I don't know if it's kind of answering phones or something, right? But it's health connected, hospital, something like that type area. Yeah, you've actually worked in the health industry in a past life before, another reincarnation coming through.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like when you kind of connect with that, might kind of sound bizarre, you're really going to feel, wow, this is just, I'm liking this. I kind of know what I'm doing automatically now. So keep that in mind. Be open, and it's going to take a little time, to be honest with you. I don't see it happening immediately, but just hang in there. And you're also getting a copy of Morag's CD, by the way. And I don't mean to cut you off, but we're already coming to the end of the show already. I know. And I want to thank Morag.
Oh, such
Northey
a pleasure.
For coming on tonight. It's been absolutely fantastic. Fantastic to have you on here. You know. And
this CD is about life being a journey.
Yes.
It's about that whole transition and the flow of life and moving on.
Yes.
So you'll find that is a very healing message that will be lovely for people too.
Because even the energy is pink. Okay, I'm getting wrap up. Wrap up.
Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And good night, everybody. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins. All the shows are on YouTube also. So if any of you miss out, you can go to YouTube. And I'll be back live next Wednesday evening, 6:30 on Shaw TV. Good night, everyone.